Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general energy reading for the sign of Scorpio for September 2021. This can resonate with your sun, moon, rising or Venus sign. So I've already put out separate love readings. They are available on the channel for you guys. Sorry, my throat just closed up for a little bit, so maybe you may be having difficulty with expressing yourself right now, but we'll get into that we'll get into that when we get into the reading. I just wanted to let you know that obviously, guys, if the reading resonates, then that's awesome. There could be parts of the message that resonate, and if it doesn't resonate, then it's simply not your message. So please use your own discernment and kind of take what you feel fits and leave the rest. Okay, guys? So I'm going to start shuffling with the Light Seers Tarot, and then later on I'll be using some other tarot cards to clarify, and some oracle cards to give us some advice and guidance at the end of the reading, okay? So what can we get for Scorpio, please, for September? It's a general read. Obviously I'll read out the zodiac signs that are available, so if there's anything pertaining to love, this could be the signs that you have in your person's chart, or you have them in your chart. So I feel a bit tongue-tied, so maybe someone feels they can't necessarily express themselves. What have we got for Scorpio, please? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus is a general reading for everyone. Scorpio, general. Okay, Two of Swords in reverse. See, that's so interesting. That's been coming out in quite a few readings. So there's obviously a few people who are really struggling to make particular decisions right now. The Two of Swords in reverse has been coming out in quite a few readings. I have been clearing the energy to make sure. Okay, so we've got some cards here. We've got Gemini with the Lovers. We've got the Hermit here. And we also have Temperance. So I will take them out as sideways, as I wasn't sure which way they came out. Bottom of the deck with the Knight of Pentacles. And this has also been coming up a lot in everyone's reading so far. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So this is fascinating. So obviously, you could be dealing with a Gemini, or you have Gemini in your chart, you have Sagittarius in your chart with Temperance here, Virgo in your chart with the Hermit, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here with the Two of Swords, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here with the Knight of Pentacles, Aries energy with the Emperor in reverse, and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Four of Cups in reverse with the Five of Cups. Okay, interesting. So, okay. So for you, Scorpio, okay, what I'm getting is that I was just getting the sense that earlier, having difficulty with expressing oneself or making a particular decision or feeling like you can't necessarily act upon something. It could be to do with a financial endeavour, potentially a project of sorts, maybe even a business venture, a job, an investment of sorts, maybe trying to bring in a new set of income or something along those lines. But whatever it is that you've been working very hard on and taking a lot of responsibility for yourself and being loyal to what it is that you want in your life and really working towards that and making particular practical plans for yourself. But potentially there may be a previous job that you've been at, or a job that you're currently in, and you may have a boss figure, a boss or a manager or somebody in your line of work potentially, and they may be, you may not necessarily be on the same page. That there could be like a battle of the egos, I'm getting, potentially. This person may be very controlling. There could be a bit of power struggles to do with the dynamic in like the connection, the relationship or what have you between you. And I'm just getting this overall sense that you're not on the same page, and potentially you may be wanting to move forward and start a new adventure, I'm getting, but potentially you feel that you may be unsure about making particular changes. maybe feeling stuck, like you can't move on from a particular situation until you have your finances in a particular way. But you're realizing that you don't want to be at a loss anymore. You don't want to be at a loss. You don't want to feel regretful about particular choices that you may have made. And I'm getting this overall sense that you want a new perspective. And look at this, how this wanted to show through. Four of Pentacles in reverse. You're going to have to drop certain people or certain places or positions. I'm getting a certain position or possession in order for you to kind of get to where you want to be. Potentially you're not feeling like you could be your own boss as of yet, because you may be stuck in a particular cycle. You may be yearning to kind of move on forward into that type of role, but potentially there could be someone in the mix who could be, potentially there could be someone who's a bit of a bully. I'm getting that because we have the King of Wands in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. So potentially you could be letting go of someone who may have had like unrealistic expectations about you, maybe very overbearing. You may have been fearful of change, but you're realizing for your own kind of emotional fulfillment that you have to let go of a certain situation in your life and kind of trust yourself that, albeit slowly, progress is still progress. And potentially you may be trying to make this particular decision. And it's interesting here, like we have these three majors like all sideways, and so that to me comes across as there's particular blocks. Maybe you're feeling like you're blocked from finding balance in yourself, or finding gaining like control of your life, and trying to establish certain partnerships. Like maybe there is like inequality to do with a relationship or a situation, to do with work or a home situation, family, love relationship type of connection. I'm just getting the sense there's something's being slowed down, something's being blocked from you being able to move on forward. I feel like something needs to be fixed, and you're going to have to make a particular decision. And maybe you've been very confused about it, and potentially I'm just getting this sense where you feel like there's not been a right choice, like this kind of what's that saying, Catch-22 situation. I'm getting like a Catch-22, like you may be feeling like, oh, if I do this one thing then I'm going to be stuck on something else, or I'm not going to be able to move on forward in that particular way, or I can't transform the way that I want to because I haven't got this and this. And you may be feeling like very stressed about that whole particular thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start clarifying these cards and see what we can get for you, okay? And figure out what these blocks are, because I'm just getting this sense you're feeling blocked. You will be able to start a brand new venture though here with the Ace of Wands. You know, if you're wanting to start a new job or a new project, or you're inspired to create something brand new, you will be able to go after your heart's desire. But potentially you may not feel very grounded as of right now here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, or you might feel like you haven't got the resources, so you can't kind of storm ahead even though that you know the truth with this particular action that you would like to take. Potentially you feel like it might not manifest for you with the Magician in reverse here. So it's like wait until you feel grounded enough so that you can make the logical steps to move yourself forward. I'm getting, yeah, it's like taking time to kind of nurture yourself while you figure out what's going to be best for you. So what can we get for Scorpio, please, for September? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So why is the Two of Swords here in reverse? This has been coming up in quite a few people's readings. Two of Swords for Scorpio. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Interesting. So you're emotionally like moving on and detaching from a situation that doesn't serve you. I'm getting the sense like with the Queen of Swords in reverse, this with the Two of Swords, like something's been very difficult, maybe even heartbreaking, I'm getting, and you're having to separate yourself from that because you've gone through a situation that's been not very fulfilling. emotionally unfulfilling, and it's like trying to rebalance yourself so that you get to a point where you can have clarity. And I'm getting the sense that you may have been very confused here with the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords, but you're going to be moving on away from that. And maybe you feel like you haven't been able to emotionally check out of something until you've gained particular clarity in a situation. People may feel like you're relatively cold-hearted if you were to make a particular decision and just move on and kind of leave people without saying anything. But I'm just getting this overall sense that there could be people in the mix who may not necessarily have the best of intentions for you, trying to cause confusion in your life. And potentially you've got to a point where it's okay to release people who are no good for me. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, look, another 2. So 2, 2, you could be seeing 22. 22 is also a master number, so you could be seeing 222 as well. Yeah, you're separating from things that don't work for you anymore. And maybe you've had to make a really tough decision, and people may be like, oh, why have you gone and separated from this situation? You know, but it's most likely because there was lots of arguments, or like communication was broken. Like things weren't very fair in a particular situation, I'm getting. You know? Yeah, and you're like letting go of the burden. See, look at this, the 10 of Wands in reverse. You're letting go of the burden and obligations and responsibilities of having to deal with particular people or situations that are not serving you very much. You know, and you're finally saying no. You're lightening your load, and you're finally saying no with having to deal with particular people. They may be very manipulative, I'm getting. You know, here we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, so you could be dealing with a load of karmic energies, potentially, who may be breadcrumbing you here with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Very stingy with their energy, very greedy, very jealous, you know, and then holding you in a toxic relationship or a pattern of sorts, and then feeling lost and unsure of yourself. About where to go and how to be able to move on forward. I'm just getting a sense you're moving on away from that, but taking the time to heal. What else can we get here? For the 2 of Swords in reverse, we'll take one more. For Scorpio. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so it could be to do with a family home situation, or maybe you went into a job or started a career or something, and I'm getting this sense like you went into it and you thought it was going to be your, you know, wish fulfillment, a dream come true, like it was going to give you everything that you've been wanting, and potentially just didn't fall out that way. And maybe you were confused by it because you might have been sold like a pipe dream. I'm getting that sense of feeling like, oh, somebody may have sold a dream to me. Okay. And we've got the Hierophant here with Taurus energy in reverse. So potentially you may be, you know, unconventionally like leaving a very traditional situation to move on forward and kind of rebel against that. I mean, what I was saying earlier, potentially there may have been issues to do with authority here, especially with the Emperor in reverse and then the King of Wands, like people at work. So there may have been other people, and you're realising you don't have to be stuck in a situation with people that aren't necessarily working out for you. You can leave and you can find other partnerships that are actually genuinely going to work, rather than staying in something that is relatively toxic, you know. I'm just, and my throat keeps on wanting to close up. So potentially there's been situations where you've there's been a lot of ego issues with other people, like pride, ego, maybe not getting recognition for the amount of work that you've done, and it may have really knocked on your confidence and made you feel relatively unbalanced. Like maybe someone sold you a particular pipe dream and you've realised that maybe you can't actually trust these particular people. May have felt unsure. What have we got here for the Lovers? Why is the Lovers like as a block for Scorpio? Why is the Lovers here as like a block, so it's sideways? Yeah, and that's interesting. Page of Cups also came out sideways. So yeah, maybe there are people, you can't necessarily move on from something unless someone gives you an apology. Yeah. I'm getting this sense like they're very egotistical people. Like like you may be waiting on someone to give you an apology or something, and you're like feeling very deserving of that apology, and you've realized that potentially this other person that you're dealing with or other situation, they may feel like, oh, you're in fantasy land if you feel like I'm going to give you an apology to balance this out. I'm not overly interested in, you know, balancing this, you know, and there could be like one-sidedness to do with a connection, I'm getting. That's an interesting concept that came up. So what else we get for the lovers? Like these people just seem very, very arrogant, I'm getting. Oh, there with this, what was that? Oh my gosh, is your energy here? Scorpio, look at that. Your energy came out. That's coming to an end. The confusion is coming to an end. Like people purposely making you confused. Unsure of yourself. The challenges, any emotional challenges that you've had is coming to a dramatic change. It's coming to an end. I'm getting this sense like people may feel like, oh, oh, it's wishful thinking if I was to come forward towards you and offer you an apology. Like somebody really sarky like that. Like somebody who's a bit of a bully with the King of Wands again in reverse. You know, maybe feeling like, oh, well, don't expect me to come forward towards you and fill up your cup, blah, 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 blah. And you maybe just decided, look, I've had enough. I'm going to quite move on from that. And if that means I have to start off something else somewhere else, then oh, so be it. Like, it just seems like it's all too much. Yeah, because people aren't been working with you. There may be a lot of office politics I'm getting with the Three of Pentacles. You know, partnerships where people haven't necessarily worked, you know, with you. They've been working against you. There's been no teamwork. And it's like that's coming to an end. Like, unless you get the particular apology, it's like, look, I can balance things out with you if I get this apology, if you kind of take accountability for your actions, and if you were to come forward and be civil, and we can balance the scales, as it were, and kind of ground ourselves and kind of move on from it. But potentially I'm just getting this overall sense that somebody's just very egotistical. I'm getting like somebody's a bit of a smart ass. Somebody's a bit like, yeah, they're just a bit obnoxious, I'm getting. Okay, so this could be a very specific message for someone. But yeah, but you're letting go of all of that. With the Four of Pentacles, because it's been too much of a burden here with the Ten of Swords. So you may have been betrayed by someone, or you're realising that you have to close out a particular cycle in your life by letting go of a certain job, certain people, certain possessions, that type of thing. Yeah, because people have been, you know, people have been very just rude. Why is the Hermit here? This could be a very specific message. Why is the Hermit as a block? Is it you being enlightened on something? I mean, maybe you feel confused, you feel a bit isolated if you've been dealing with a difficult work-home situation. Yeah, the Chariot in reverse. You feel like you've not been able to move on. Like you've not been able to move on forward. Being more confused and like unbalanced. But that's all coming to a close with the Wheel of Fortune, things turning around for you. I'm just getting this overall sense, like, the block is here is because you're having to take time to go within, and the realising, like, you've been confused, and it's okay to give up on certain situations if they're not serving you, and kind of finding your own, like, sense of self-worth and etc. But you're moving on forward away from a particular situation that doesn't necessarily serve you. You may have felt like you've had a bit of a false start, like things didn't necessarily move on for you, and you may have felt like, oh, you know, stuck. But I'm getting the sense you're getting your independence and you're moving on from something, from difficulties. Like you're leaving a difficult situation, or maybe there's been people that have unrealistic expectations on you, and you're just deciding, like, I can't be bothered with this, so I'm going to move on. Why is the Hermit here? Like, why is the Hermit here? But people have been wanting to keep you confused. Yeah, keep you at a loss here with the Five of Cups. You know, maybe try to make you feel like sorry for yourself. Why is the Hermit here? Queen of Wands, yeah, but you're gathering the courage and the confidence to kind of go after, you know, what it is. Like when you're taking the time to kind of go within and follow your intuition and embrace your own personal power. It's like this Chariot, this person is like, all this yellow is like around the outside of this person as like the background. Like something's been really illuminated. And potentially with this like reversed, it's like maybe this person is getting the idea that their power is on the outside of them and it comes from other people and other sources, but this person is sitting here, this Queen of Wands, and she's wearing the yellow. She's wearing the yellow. She realised that from within she has the personal power. She has the personal power to direct her energy and her intentions about where it is that she wants to go. And you're getting this realisation that you can nurture yourself. And look, see, that wanted to come showing through. And you can stand up for yourself here with the Seven of Wands. You know, you can stand your ground, be assertive, and that's what you're going to be doing. And it's going to allow you to move forward here with the emotional fulfillment again. Like going after your own happiness, feeling supported. And then potentially it could be to do with love relationships. Or just more equal give and take partnerships here with the Lovers. Like a more sense of like equal, like duality I'm getting. So why is Temperance here in reverse? Like you may be like, oh, I'm open to the idea of a reconciliation if you want to genuinely bring balance and harmony into our connection or relationship or situation, whatever it is. But it's like maybe there's a block there. You may have been open to the idea of this, but potentially there's someone else or something else who have other plans. And this could be frustrating you. Or like they're just trying to cause chaos. You may be overthinking the situation. Why is Temperance here for Scorpio? Look at this. The Star and the Seven of Wands. I was just saying about the Seven of Wands because we saw that here. Oh gosh, okay, yeah. And this star energy is Aquarius, and we have King of Pentacles here in reverse. So yeah, you're standing your ground against people who may be a bit bullish. I mean, you know, be a bit bullish, be a bit stubborn. They haven't really got any follow through. Very stubborn. But you're having to stand your ground and you're healing yourself, working on you. You know? And here with the World in reverse, potentially this could have been a very difficult cycle that you're trying to close up in your life. Yeah, look at that. The World and Judgment next door to each other, but in reverse. Wow. Like one after the other. I'm just getting this like, you may have been unaware about how to move on forward or fearful of particular changes. I'm getting this sense of just feeling confused. Really unsure. But then, and you may feel like, oh, I can't move on forward because I can't trust certain people or certain situations, or can I even trust myself? And this could have been very upsetting, and you feel like you haven't necessarily completed something, but I'm getting this overall sense that things will eventually turn around for you. I'm going to take another card for that, Temperance. You know, you will be able to heal any of the overthinking by letting go of the burdens again, here with the Ten of Wands. You know, it's been very draining. People have been very disruptive. But I'm getting a sense you're healing all of that. What else? Is there anything else? Is that wanting to come through? Yeah, and you see King of Wands again in reverse. Like, there are people very, just bullish. With the Six of Cups in reverse. Maybe they're trying to keep you, like, feeling naive, or maybe you've been like, oh, maybe it's naive of me to expect other people to kind of, you know, turn around and take accountability for themselves. And it's actually like, no, you know, that's not necessarily the case at all. Other people may be feeling, being, you know, codependent on you or smothering you in a particular way. And, you know, this leaving you in a sense of confusion. I'm just getting, like, the word confused wanting to come through all the time. What have we got here for the Soul Journey Oracle cards? So obviously I feel like this is a very specific message for someone. But potentially you may have the realization that it's okay to actually give up on certain situations that aren't serving you anymore, and potentially this can be very difficult, but you have to do what's for your best interest and for your own satisfaction, you know. And it's difficult because there, you know, are challenges, but you will be able to overcome those particular challenges. You will be able to gain the confidence in yourself if you trusting yourself and trusting your intuition and kind of following that through, and realizing that you can move forward in your own clarity and your own truth in relation to this. And also just getting a sense as well that you will be able to move on forward. You are going in the right direction. You're realizing what it is that you want for yourself, and you're gaining this extra security, this extra sense of security for yourself. And you realise that it's, you know, you deserve to be valued, and there are going to be people out there who are going to really appreciate, you know, what you have and how you present yourself to the world and how people come forward towards you. But you may have dealt with a lot of very immature people coming into play here. You know, you will get to that point where you're feeling abundant and uplifted. Okay, so what can we get here for Scorpio for closing message for September? Thank you. Health. I will honour the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So yes, obviously with this, you know, look at this bottom of the deck. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So it's realising, you know, you have to change certain aspects for the best betterment of your health, you know, and you're persevering. If you keep persevering, you know, you'll be able to get to where you want to be. And that's like that grit and determination here with the 7 of Wands that I was saying about earlier. You know, carry on persevering and being like growing on this assertiveness for yourself and standing up for yourself, and then you becoming more control of your life, which is really quite beautiful. And anybody else that's in the way, you're kind of like, look, I'm gaining that strength and character now to be able to stand up for myself the way that I need to. And in that in turn, your health is going to turn around, especially like I'm getting the sense like mental health is going to turn around and be so much more positive. Okay, so anyway guys, I hope that you have enjoyed the reading. If you did, please like, share and subscribe, leave us a comment, I greatly appreciate it. And we'll hopefully see you again soon. So take care and bye for now.